Good afternoon. As he switches over to the window with the thing. It is 12:50 p.m. Pacific Time, January 8th, and we're in here. It's new patch day. Hit Infinite day one. Feel pretty good about it. I do not normally do that, but I did it this time. We're just going to be doing a little, hopefully relaxed Conquest. The thing about Conquest at this time is often the people that are doing it are also at the bleeding edge. Well, we'll just get after it. We'll get after it. Hmm. Kind of don't like playing Celine here. This is a version of the deck that I'm pretty comfortable with. I took out what is it? I took out Killmonger because I was not seeing a ton of uh, Clog on the ladder. Now, ultimately, I do not know if that is the right decision or not. All right, what do I got? I got Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom Celine is cool. I guess I have priority. So, oh, opponent. Well, I'm not leaving. I think this is the right play. Because I have priority, I imagine I'm going to be able to. Actually, because this is silver. Because this is silver, I think I might just. I think I'm just going to snap back. And not because I think I'm enormously strong, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to win Nidavellir, get my discounted crossbones, and be able to win on that. The back of that. My hand, not killer or anything. But I think I'm broadly ahead, depending on what my opponent's hand stuff is. That's not going to do it, buddy. It's like in my first game with Iron Patriot. Um, hmm. Crossbones Nidavellir is a bit of a. Actually, what we could do is a little something like this. I kind of like this.
This just in. Live from the Daily Bugle.
Probably like Anti-Venom Scorpion here. And I can use Shadow King to rejuvenate the Scorpions. I think we'll do that. Rejuvenate whatever Anti-Venom turns does this turn. I have no idea what my opponent's other cards are. Well, that's not a great thing there. I guess we do. Is this even that much power? What is this ultimately? 4, 6, 11. I'm getting over the top by 2 points here. going somewhat larger here, middle. I'm worried a little bit about uh, Shang-Chi. I don't know how realistically that fear is. Abby, I'm so glad that you're here. I updated to a, and I might lose this game for 8 cubes. We'll see. I updated to a newer version of Windows, and it screwed up a bunch of stuff. And one thing I'm hearing in my ears, the audio for the game is messed up, and I don't know if that's like making the stream unwatchably. Oh, that sucks really bad. Actually, that might cause me to lose this match. So as you're watching the stream, I'm curious if you, oh, that kind of fun. If it's like bad, if you hear this and you're like, this is a terrible stream. Might want to check your. Oh, so Biggs, I'm so glad you're here. I was going to text you this long thing. Um, I updated to a new version of Windows, and it actually broke OBS in a way that I actually used to do kind of tech support stuff at Microsoft, and like it kind of confounded me. It was almost at the OS level that things were really messed up. And it turns out that the new version of Windows in NVIDIA turns on VSync with OBS in a way that breaks it whenever you change Windows. You just change priority and it just freezes OBS. And that was a super not obvious issue. But you could go deep into the NVIDIA settings, turn off VSync, and it fixed fixed the OBS thing. And I just happened to get lucky with the Google there. But I'm giving you this information, even if you don't encounter it. Somebody in your streaming circles, like, I updated Windows, OBS is broken in a very, I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's an NVIDIA driver issue. Might want to check your mic default in OBS. That very well could be too here. This is good content, right? Just messing through my OBS settings. Mic aux properties. Well, this is a complicated piece of software. Device default microphone.
Yeah. There's a thing, and this is pre the Windows of it all, where I'll have my Bluetooth headphones on, and I will engage with a program that briefly changes the input devices. Like it as it's loading, I don't know if it pulls all the devices or what's going on, but for a moment, whatever application, this happens most frequently with actually Marvel Rivals, the audio in my ears goes very low quality for a second. Then the game loads in and it selects the devices properly, and everything is fine. So I think you're onto something with, wait. Oh my god, the sultry voice is back. Did I break it? I changed something in here. Okay, great. Thank you. You are exactly right. I went into the mixer here and I changed from default to the actual microphone that is off camera. Cool. And we just won a Silver Conquest while I'm not even paying attention. God, we are just that good. It's like he does this for a living, folks. So for clarity, we are doing some just probably Silver Conquest. We'll see how I want to play it. With the list that I have been most comfortable with, without really thinking about the meta at all, with the new 2 cards, I think it's really shifting things in a way that I'm not super aware of just yet. And I was thinking about it in the shower yesterday, about how Iron Patriot is just a really good card broadly. I think it could go into so many decks, but it is really a natural fit for Arishem. And so I've taken out Killmonger. Oh, I don't want Proving Grounds. Shoot. Wait, do I have any silver tickets? Yeah. I've taken out Killmonger because I'm not seeing a ton of Clog, and I'm not seeing any Zoo. And it didn't really fit the curve anyway, so it was good for a surprise card. But I put in Red Guardian, Iron Patriot. It's working out pretty good. It really is. And then one of my favorite things about Marvel Snap, this is kind of a personal preference, but it really lends itself to Conquest winning play, is the information is enhancing information asymmetry. And what I mean by that is when you're playing Conquest with a skilled opponent, and from the jump, they will have a good sense of what your deck is, how you're going to play it, what threats to play around, what not to play around, and just they will have information to make decisions. When they're playing against Arishem, they have no idea what you could have, and that's an incredibly powerful tool. Sometimes you have doo-doo, but like they don't know. Like, oh, Iron Man, you have an Iron Man when you can just win 8 cubes because you have Iron Man. Iron Patriot, as you say, the curve is awesome. You get the discounted card, and they don't know what that card is. My opponent instantly snaps. My hand is good, but not great. Check out my sick Valentina God Split, by the way. I'm going to stay for a little cube, a little bit more here. I guess, so what that means, talking about information symmetry, they immediately snap. They played Quicksilver. My opponent is a Wiccan player, and they have Wiccan in their hand with the curve to get it. I don't know if I can beat that, but that's what's happening right now. All right, Giganto, perfect card to contest the right lane with. I'm gonna probably just rip Gladiator here. They have their own Gladiator. I imagine that's what's going to be played this turn. But I really don't have a better play that I love. Oh, Negasonic, nice. Alright, what do we want to pull? No, that's not great. Now, that said, this is a pretty juicy Deathstrike lane. Well, congratulations on joining the Arishem Club. I was going to recommend that to you. By the way, you still need to show me your collection. I want to tell you what you should be getting, but it's on the back of what you actually have now. So I don't like playing cards on Jotunheim too early, but I don't have a ton of other play lines right here. I hate playing Agent Venom broadly, and I like to do a surprise Deathstrike. I think it just has to be this. There's an argument to holding this for more of a surprise later, but we're just going to play it out now. Oh, they're going to maybe regret that. Welcome to the party, Anywhere Giganto. What is the main deck? Oh no, this is a Coulson Leech. 6 mana. Now, the badness of Agent Venom is diminished because we're only drawing one more card. But it can be shangable. Speaking of information asymmetry, my opponent has a discounted whatever they got from Iron Patriot. I do not know what their list is, other than, I guess, just Victoria hand stuff. I'm not going to play Moon Knight because it could get rid of my Giganto. I guess I have to play Giganto here. Something like this. Congratulations, that's no small feat. Infinity Conquest, like, Binks and I have, like, beat it a lot of times, and I have done it a lot of times, but it is a hard thing. It is a really, really, really hard thing. Just doing it once, and, you know, getting to the third match is a big deal. I didn't have to play him left, but I wanted to get, like, if he wants to win Jotunheim, it's probably going to be with a Shang-Chi, and he's going to have to play that, and it's going to get small, so I was fine putting that over there, because I didn't really want to get that big otherwise. So I'm aware of that. So what I'm guessing this means is a Mystique in their hand. And the thing is, I don't know if I can get that tall. I would very much like to put 14 power middle. I believe I can. Moon Knight messes him up a little bit. So if I do this... Is this enough? I'm adding 7, 14. I'm only taking one card away, plus whatever he plays from his hand. The argument here... If I lose... That's really thin. I'm leaving. And the reason that I'm leaving is because I could probably win there. Nah, that's not right. That's all right. I would say my likelihood of winning there is 50% with that line, or guessing telepathically where he's going to play the Mystique and get bigger there. But why risk it with a weird spot for just 2 cubes? Now, Sinister London with Doom is good, but also kind of helps him out too. I wait for some locations to reveal before I snap. Notably, my opponent did not snap immediately here. They did snap immediately on turn 1 last turn, so that's a little telling. Is Agony worth it? This is just run into a little board space later. I'm not leaving, particularly with Gore in hand. I think I just probably just... This is another situation where, like, okay, it's Silver Conquest, it's Silver 1, we're just going to ship it. And by ship it, I mean put all our cubes into the middle. I'm not going to play Agony. I think board space is going to be a real issue, and the extra 2 power in Sinister London I don't think is going to be meaningful. Opponent thinks they're hot shit with their Iron Patriots. That makes sense. That is a good start. But your discounted bullshit ain't going to carry you the day when I got Gores and Doom 2099s for days. And a free Shang-Chi. How do you do? Oh my god, that sucks. Does that mean that the next one dies? No, the next one lives. That's actually okay. I don't hate that at all. I probably could have seen that coming, but I'm actually fine popping that. Now, note to self, the Negasonic in the right lane still active. But that said, we're just playing 1 card a turn right now. Am I worried too much about their own Shang-Chi? I don't know. I don't know enough about this hand creation nonsense to know if Shang-Chi or Rogue are issues. I think I just rip this and call it a day. They play nothing. Don't know what that means. I very much like these bots to stop appearing on Sinister London. I guess I've got... I probably should have played Spider-Man there to guarantee that I could symbiote out a spot in Sinister London. Yeah, that was maybe a little bit of a misplay. I guess why I did that is because I wanted to free up the option to play whatever juicy card I drew. Ultimately, that didn't make a difference. And I certainly don't want to play Death... Well, there's an argument to doing Deathstrike right, but I can't play it left or mid because then I'm eating my own bots, and that's not worth it. I think we can do this. Oh, we got a new follow. I don't know. Ninja Gaming 99, thanks for following. Glad to see you. Here's a Vision. Please don't make a bot left. Don't make a... Oh, wait. It already made the bot. Alright, so... I think here we Death Strike. It's going to take off a lot of power on the board. And is it worth the... using either Symbiote? I don't think so. I think it's just actually going to reduce power because it'll take the bots away. I think that this is the play. The only argument is, do I also want to play Valentina or Mockingbird at the expense of not having a, what do you call it? An extra Doom bot? I think this is what we do. I think this is what we do. And we just ship it. And again, it's Silver 1, so we're cool playing it a little bit fast and loose. The Visions, they're moving around. Who knows what's going on? What are they going to play? Their own Gore? It could be anything. Super Scroll, I could be winning by 1,000,000 points or losing by 1,000,000 points. It could be anything, folks. Ah, so they got Shang-Chi. I don't think that's enough. Guy's still in my... Is that actually enough of a swing there? No. Get out of my game! This is multiple 8-cube silver things. Yeah, no, that Lady Deathstrike was a Spotlight cash pickup. I am so madly in love with Lady Deathstrike, by the way. It's like a linear progression. I don't know what my camera works, where I put her in kind of on the fence, and then with every passing day, it just is winning games. And not just winning games, but winning huge cube swings in ways that, like, I in Arisham specifically, let me be clear, because I can play this on turns 4, 5, and 6 as opposed to 5 and 6. That's a meaningful distinction. I'm really, really, really fond of her. Separately, and while it's funny, I'm actually out of silver tickets. I guess I could, I guess this is stolen silver thing. We'll go into the actual deck list, because I've got some great cosmetic things going on I want to explore. We've got, actually, I guess my camera's blocking some of the stuff, but I can bring up these things specifically. So, I don't know if you can quite tell. I'll go through it. Every single card in this list, other than Iron Patriot, which I just started playing, and Galacta, which I'm not really sure how long-term I want to commit, every other card in this list is gold. And my own personal taste, I think Ink is okay, or maybe even pretty okay, or decent, or great with certain cards. I think it's takes out a lot of the interesting visual details of a lot of the cards, so I don't care for Ink. I like gold. So, like, Arisham, gold God split. Mockingbird, my favorite split in the world. I only have a couple of these. Gold with Rainbow Crackle. Alioth gold, no crackle. Doom gold, no crackle. Legion gold, no crackle. Doom 2099 gold, no crackle. So kind of where I'm at is whenever I kind of my, again, personal preference, I simultaneously play not a very broad selection of cards. You know, content creators like Binks and all these other people, they in order to keep viewers interested, they have to play different. They play the new cards all when they come out, and they have to have this ton of variety. That ain't me. I play the cards that I like, and just the cards that I like, and as a result, I'm much more likely to put a ton of upgrades into a small, narrower set of cards rather than just kind of all over the place. And so I have this weird conundrum where whenever I get to gold with the cards that I really like, do I continue putting resources in them in hopes of getting a gold crackle split, or stop at gold and just kind of spread it around? And so I'm really at this inflection point with a couple of cards here. Lady Deathstrike is one of them, of like, this is a 6 split, but like, do I also apply a border? I'm colorblind, so it's hard to know which border, like, is this good? Is gold on gold? Like, is that sick as hell? Should I use one of my 5? I have 5 gold cosmic borders. Should I put it on her, or have a little bit of variety and, you know, have a like, I don't know. I really like the cosmic borders. These other ones are also cool. I think I'm going to save wrapping paper for one of the goblins. But yeah, point is, Cosmic is great. The thing about Cosmic, which actually lends itself to gold no crackle, and I'll show you what I mean, is Mockingbird is the perfect example. This is the perfect split. Gold, background, rainbow crackle. And I have put a Cosmic border on it, which I love. This is like the perfect ultimate more is more maximalist variant stuff. However, and you can see now in the, like, that, it looked very awesome whenever it's, you know, zoomed in on just the card. But if you look now on the screen here in the, I guess the chat is covering up a little bit, but when it's smaller, the visual noise of the Cosmic border actually kind of encroaches on the crackle. And I love the Maximalist vibe, but it actually might be better to use Cosmic borders on the cards you don't have crackle with. For example, Doom 2099. Don't have crackle, but like, it doesn't matter because, or sorry, that's Dr. Doom. Doom 29 also. I don't have crackle, but the Cosmic is hiding the crackle anyway. So the more I talk about it, the more I'm thinking about actually just putting, not upgrading Deathstrike further, but then using a Cosmic border. Probably gold Cosmic, but Abby, next time we're in person, I might take your temperature on the different Cosmic variants and how they look. Is this the shop? Can you look at the ones available? It used to be, I thought, in this interface you could preview. Oh yeah, it's right here. It's like red Cosmic. I think it might look good with I like blue and orange. It's just a nice contrast, but I already have several blue and orange here anyway. Yeah, just Point is, this is a sick Death Strike. Thank you for noticing. I'm particularly chuffed about the cosmetics of this deck. I look forward to continuing. If Iron Patriot is as good as I think that it is, and like I use it for the rest of time, I can see myself putting a lot of upgradey stuff into it. I'll also point out, I don't know if I mentioned this out loud. Where did it go? Go to the main thing. I hit Infinite day 1. I don't normally do that. I usually take 3 days to hit Infinite. 1 day for the 70s, 1 day for the 80s, 1 day for the 90s. But yesterday I was really feeling it. I hit Infinite so fast, I hit a personal best. And I've slipped a little bit. When I hit Infinite, I was rank 60. I was 60th in the world. And I've fallen down to 98th in the world. And previously, the highest I ever was 74th in the world. So I'm pretty proud of myself there. Thank you for sharing that with me. And that said, congratulations to you for making it as far as you did in the Infinity Conquest with what I imagine the thing to... Sorry to keep jumping around. My understanding of how matchmaking works in Conquest, at least how it used to, might still be this way, might be different, is the matchmaking in Conquest depends on whether you're doing silver, gold, or infinity, and the amount that your skill is taken into account, or maybe collection level, or both, is inversely proportional to how far you go. Put differently, when you do silver Conquest, you are matched against similar players. When you do gold Conquest, you're matched against similar-ish players. And when you do Infinity Conquest, there is no matchmaking. You just are matched against whomever. If you're in Infinity Match 4, anyone else in Infinity Match 4, whether they have a huge collection level or just started last week, you could be matched against them. So getting to Infinity is actually oftentimes harder for people with low collection level. Wait, am I saying this backwards? Whenever you're in, the point is, whenever you're in the Infinity Conquest and you are a low collection level player, you're matched against anybody, and you could be matched against people like me that have most every card in the game, and I have played lots and lots and lots in my days of Infinity Conquest playing of low collection level players that never had a chance. It didn't matter how good they played. They had a half-complete, not off-meta deck, and I just put them into the dumpster because it is what it is. And so if you have a not fairly complete collection level, to make it anywhere in the Infinity Conquest is an impressive feat. Is the match number you're at the same as anyone else's? I believe the answer to that is yes. I believe that there might be exceptions, but with 100% of the information available to me, that sucks. You will always be matched, no matter what Conquest you are, you'll be always matched against somebody in the same tranche as you. So I separately, we'll talk about this game in a moment, I had Doom 2099 in hand and Doctor Doom in hand. In a lot of situations, that's just an immediate snap, but I kind of like giving it until I see the locations, and then I maybe snap and kind of hide the fact of why I snapped. If you snap on turn 1, it gives up some information away. So that's it. I'm still going to snap here. Doom 29 is still strong, but I guess I'm glad that I have this extra information that I'm not going to have Doctor Doom. I'm playing this here. I'm probably going to lose Asgard, but I also don't want to... Oh, what's this going to be? I guess they're going to be bouncing this stuff. Yeah, Grandmaster, good to know. Is there any way I can abuse Grandmaster? I could do cheeky stuff like Moon Knight Grandmaster to kind of just kill their hand, but I think adding more power is going to be better than that. Here's the bounce. And my opponent, not for nothing, very, very resource... they dedicate a lot of resource to their cosmetics. They're not a tremendously new player. So I don't have a ton of power to add here. Iron Patriot actually, like, it's not as great as you think, because I'm only playing 1 card a turn, and then that'll just remove my draw. I think probably I honestly like Moon Knight here. It is slightly less power than, well, numbers might actually matter. I do like discarding their stuff, but this is a little on the edges. I like a little bit more, I think, in this situation, denying one of the cards in their hand. My hand doesn't matter. I'll discard anything. rather than the 2 power. We'll see how it goes. I might live to regret this. Get rid of Victoria Hand. That probably was a good thing to kill. So they got some big ol' inexpensive cards in their hand. That's good to know. I would have really liked Dr. Doom right now. I don't know how... This is... Better players than me will be able to count... Okay, they got a 12 power Sage and the Nico of it all. They would be able to... Oh, this is probably pretty good. They'd be able to tell you... this might win. They'd be able to tell you, excuse me, what cards they're going to play where. I am going to guess that they're going to play their Sage in one of these left lanes and probably just lock it up. But honestly, Alioth wouldn't... Like, I could get cute and try and snipe their Sage here, for example. But then I'm extremely weak in the right lane. I think I just have to do this to try and fight for all 3 lanes. There's a real argument here to putting Alioth somewhere else. Opponent wants to play for all 8 cubes. There's an argument to me leaving here. They have a bunch of free cards. I suspect that this Alioth is going to allow me to sneakily win this right lane, and then I will be able to just edge them in one other lane. They might dump 1,000 power right now, and I will lose, and I'll feel very stupid. But this is just Silver Conquest. I'm fine just doing this. We'll see how it goes.
Taking aim.
That's going to be the 12 power Sage right there. I need the bot to go right. Is that enough? That actually might not be enough now that I think about it. Oh, it is enough! He did it! Get out of here, 8 cubes! I got lucky there. I needed that bot to go to the right, or else I would have lost the game. Now, notably, had I played Alioth middle, I would have just won it. That was the snipe I was talking about, and I would look enormously stupid. I was... Honestly, if I had played Alioth in one of the other 2 lanes, I think I might have considered left. I don't know if I would have played Alioth middle, which now, in the 2020 of it all, looks like the objectively correct play. I don't think I would have made that, so I'm fine playing right and getting lucky. That's cool. I think I've, like, won 8 cubes every single game since I started streaming. That's kind of funny. Anyway, my opponent is like, I just dumpstered them, but I got lucky to do so, and they're playing a pretty good deck. So, not outside the realm of possibility that I go and lose every match from here on out. Unlikely, but it could happen. That's a cheeky play. Get the Patriot over there. Now, notably, for those of you watching at home who... I think I just leave here. I'll just pause for a moment to talk about this. Iron Patriot's effect is on reveal. It has already happened. The card is in their hand, and it's it will be discounted next turn. If you Red Guardian right now and turn off the Iron Patriot's text, it actually will not stop the discount from happening if you lose the lane. So we're retreating now, not for that reason. I just have a doo-doo hand. But that is a kind of not super obvious interaction that you guys should be aware of if you're not already aware of. I was just about, just to be clear about myself, I was just about to whine a little bit. I was about to complain that I'm not getting good hands. And then I just had the perspective of, you know what, I have been winning all of these 8-cube games and getting pretty lucky, so I should probably just shut my face and relax. I'm not going to play Goose, because that benefits him way more than it benefits me. This is probably just a run here. Yeah, of course. I was going to say I could do some cool Absorbing Man stuff, but I'm not seeing any meaningful on reveals. Is that going to be? The Hood? That's halfway decent. I will do this. They can't get terribly... Like, they have to... Unless they put Sasquatch down or something. This is, I'm suddenly a little bit more interested in staying in this game, because I can potentially get very tall and Kiln right now in a way that he won't ever be able to get over the top of, and then I can potentially, cheat something out next turn. Or, for the rest of the game. So this is a lot of, maybe an overcommittal, but Victoria Hand can get scary. There's also no an argument to putting Absorbing Man there and getting a couple of demons. I'm going to do this and not... I guess I probably could consider snapping. So I definitely have one kiln. The question now is... can I win one of the other lanes with this not very good hand? And I could do something like magic and give myself an extra draw. Kind of like that. Kind of like this. Oh yeah, I forgot that you like goose. Here's gold goose. This is what it would look like with the red and the red crackle. Now, notably, I probably should have snapped by now. My opponent has Nico Monaro in their deck, and you have to be aware of whenever you use magic against a deck with Nico, this could be the turn that they have the ability to turn off Limbo in a way that is it's very surprising. So I like Doctor Doom. The question is, do I like it more here or there? I think probably. Do I play the Demon? I think I don't need to play the Demon. This is an army to doing this. I might do this. Actually. I might do this. Because I think a likely play for them right now is to pick up Spider-Ham and Hawkeye. If they're not already turning off the location. Thing is, if they turn... I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so they did pick things up as I predicted. Glad I played both cards over there. Yeah, the correct play... I'm talking and trying to do stuff at the same time. The correct play here by now was to snap and force them to play for all their marbles. Right now, they can, if they can't beat this, they can escape. That said, I can't add a ton of power here. They've got Leader in their hand. I guess Leader's not that discounted. There's an argument to me like he actually even leaving here, but whatever. If he wins, he wins, and I should have just snapped earlier. We'll see. Oh, that might be. Unless the... Oh, no, it was bigger there, but they were not big enough in the middle. We did it! Round of applause for us. Should have snapped earlier there. Just for funsies. What can I see? Top card was Iron Patriot. Neat! Neat. Get out of here, Guapo. Get out of here, Doc Guapo. That really rolls off the top. I like it. Oh, he's a bigger Hawkeye fan than me. He had Hawkeye in his deck. That's a neat title. Neat title for them. That's cool. Did I get any alliance stuff done? It seems no. Are there any good missions? Seems no. Damn it! Stupid missions. Complete these things. Alright, I am going to use the restroom. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Please continue hanging out. I promise I'll be right back. And I'll see you guys in a second. I'm not going to run ads, because I don't run ads. So, amuse yourselves with my great music. Okie dokie, I'm back. I see you've started playing Marvel Rivals there. And yeah, all of those, not just hero shooters, but this would apply for, I guess, any kind of one of those 5-on-5 situations with all the, I don't know what you call them, hero games, where you have dozens or hundreds of characters, each with their own ability kit, that being decent, or I should say being good or even decent at the game, is incumbent on you really having an understanding of what all the characters can do. Like whenever, for example, Star-Lord pops his legendary, you better know to hide or kill him immediately. And like if you don't know that, it's just a bunch of chaos. And so it's fun to kind of get your legs under you, and it's more fun whenever you have your legs under you. But I definitely remember starting a lot of those games dying super unnecessarily to some confusing stuff that later I would have, known better. Put yourself in the pain of Overwatch comp. I won't suffer rivals. TT, first of all, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. Binks and I started playing Rivals. Well, he was in the beta, but we were playing Rivals. We played a little we were independently doing some competitive. I think they call it competitive. And when it's working out, and like you have a balanced team who's communicating well and good attitudes, there's nothing more fun in the world. But unless all of those conditions are met, it's a sweaty disaster. And so I got to gold, so I get the Moon Knight costume. And then I'm not like giving up, but like I met these random guys, and and this was in competitive. Met these random guys. We went 8-1. We played one game and we just dominated. So we grouped up, and the 6 of us went 8-1 in competitive. Shot up the ranks, and then we went into a Discord channel and like have remained like connected, and it was super cool to have that quote unquote pre-made. But even that group, if things aren't going super well, people get mad, they get just bite at each other, and it's just not a good scene. So Binks and I independently, and we're not alone in this, have really gravitated more towards quick play, where you've got no stakes. Like, things are often a disaster. Like, 4 DPS and 1 tank, and then somebody that disconnects, all that jazz. But there's no stakes, and so it's a much more calmer environment, and you have a lot of dumbass games. But, it's much more fun and relaxed. And I agree that suffering through competitive, unless you have, like, a really balanced pre-made, is probably the way to go. Particularly for people like me, and maybe you, and maybe Binks, and maybe Luxy, that like our mechanics aren't where they need to be like the best players in the world. So my opponent runs Aranya. We know that they have Nimrod. It's a Phoenix Force destroy situation. I can potentially try and snipe that with the Red Guardian right now, but I think the easiest... Oh, you know what? The easiest thing to do is maybe Doom into Legion next turn. We'll see. The only stakes in quick play is the potential of killing your hidden MMR. It's the same as Overwatch. Exactly. Like, I'm very, very comfortable just throwing some shit. So what I'm afraid of right now is a Phoenix Force. Here's the play I'm thinking of. I do this, and if they play Phoenix Force, they can beat me in one lane, but I think only one lane. Right? I'm going to be bigger in the other 2 lanes. So I'm going to do this. This is maybe too cute by half, but yeah, I think that this wins. I don't think this deck plays Jeff, and I don't think I did the math wrong. No, you know what? I actually need, I'm thinking I need a bot to go left, I guess. Yeah, I actually maybe just messed that up. Yep, I messed it up. So I lost. And I can't draw Jeff. Oh, we're out of here. Oh, wait, no, did they? Okay, so all they need to do is move middle, and... because Phoenix Force can move every turn. Weird. We both screwed that up. Question for those of you hanging out. How's your day? What is it, Wednesday? Alright. This is poor form. This is one of the most disrespectful, annoying things that you can do in Marvel Snap. Is in Proving Grounds, snap immediately on turn 1, and then stay when you lose. The whole thing here, and actually I'll speak to Luxie, I don't know if you know this, what is the word I'm looking for? Etiquette in Conquest, but let me tell you, in Proving Grounds, it is generally accepted by people that are, I would say, regulars, that it's the best of one. You snap on turn 1, and then that's the end of the game. The loser leaves, and then that's it. And then the winner gets a ticket, and then you just queue again. So you can either play it out for real, which I have some respect for, but if you snap on turn 1 and then lose and then stay, you're just a douche. Alright. Oh, sorry, I was trying to do things at once. Yeah, we're not worried about the discounted Silver Samurai, so I'm actually need to play this here. We just get the Doombots going. To me, even Silver is the best of one. I generally feel that way with Silver 1. Whenever it's Silver 2, I may be a little less willing to go that crazy, but I agree that the more we all play it fast and loose at the lower Conquest levels, the better off the society is. So we'll do this, and then maybe get Alioth Taskmaster for the next 2 turns. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I have no respect for people that do this. And this is going to be a Nimrod here that I'm just going to shut down real quick this way. Or maybe not. I would have imagined it. And then Taskmaster and win the game. Yeah, I have been the recipient of the Miss Minutes emote a couple times when I'm genuinely thinking about it, and it's always like, sorry everybody. And that's not enough, right? There is maybe an exception here that I myself am quote-unquote guilty of. I have queued into Proving Grounds with the sole intention of completing Alliance missions. And I'm not going to win. I am absolutely not going to win. I don't need or want the silver ticket. The point is to complete my Alliance missions. And so what I will do, and maybe there's a better way to communicate this, I will queue into Proving Grounds with my joke deck that's just supposed to move or destroy cards or whatever. My opponent will snap because they're a reasonable, normal person. And then actually, you know what? I don't snap back. But I'll emit some indication that I'm losing. Like, I'll put that in the emote thing. And then proceed to just play my obvious loser deck. And I think I might snap back in some cases just to get more cubes in the middle and make them feel comfortable that they're obviously going to win. But I'm never going to actually win the ticket. That said, there's an argument, I don't buy it, but there is an argument that you don't want to be doing throwaway Alliance missions in Proving Grounds because then you're just wasting the other person's time, but then you're getting too much in the weeds of it. Anyway, the point is, snap in Proving Grounds and leave if you lose, or don't snap in Proving Grounds. That's the only way I will abide it. The only way society should abide it. Well, we're playing Silver 1, and I have Doom 2099 in hand. My opponent, good. Is there an argument to snapping? My opponent snaps, I'll snap back probably, but I want to see the other locations before I just lose my Doom 2099. This happens all too often. You get like a really good hand, and then they just play some nonsense, and they play some nonsense, or some location is revealed, and you immediately lose in a way that you would not have, and you did not need to immediately snap. well, they can do a bunch of shenanigans, but Doom 2099 on 3 with Doctor Doom, even though like they're going to be able to move stuff, the ability to move stuff around to maximize the Doom value, I'm fine playing for 8 here. Sorry, I don't know if I said that. I'm not the best seasoned streamer. Yeah, let's get those cubes. In talking and all this stuff. How are you guys doing? My question is, how's your Wednesday? I did say this out loud. Nobody told me. Are you at work, Luxy? What's going on with your life? TT, what are you up to today? Well, now this makes me regret not having Killmonger in my deck anymore. What is the more valuable play? Is it turning off Kingpin? Is it Sasquatching? That's the difference in power between turning off Kingpin and Sasquatching is 5 at the start. So do I think that he's gonna hit 3 or more hits? I think probably. So I'm going to turn this off. I could also turn off Nebula. Is that a better play? No, we're going to turn off Kingpin. Well, tell everybody at work I said hello. You know, if you got a meeting, all hands or anything like that, let them know that I'm thinking about them. Well, this is decent, unless they... oh, actually, I can't... I was going to say I can Doom now and... not have to do any kind of movement stuff. I very much like a Doombot to not go middle, so I get maximum Doctor Doom value next turn. But we'll just do this and call it good. Well, is this better for Nebula stuff? No, I like this to maximize the chance that I don't fill up everything.
Spider-Man here.
Well, that isn't what I wanted to see. This now isn't ideal because they have a pretty complete information of what my power total can be. But, thing is there a world where they Juggernaut on the left? No, they wouldn't do that because they couldn't win on points. But anyway, it's Silver 1, to TT's point. Also, have fun, Luxy. I'll talk to you later. To TT's point, this is Silver 1. We're just playing for funsies, as it were. I also like that my opponent's name is Move Enjoyer. All of their move cards are gold, and they're playing a move deck. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. If I'm them, I'm adding a little bit of power mid, and then I can try and get over the top on the right. Yeah. What is the big card that they play there? Cannonball?
Doom rules all.
Like, Magneto doesn't win there, I don't think. Yeah, Cannonball. Yeah, that cooks me. Whenever Sasquatch went mid there, that was a problem. Good game. Good game. And so, I don't think this is an etiquette thing of when you go down 8-2 or 2-10. I think some people view it as a little bit BM to stay in that situation. I actually don't know. I'm maybe putting words in people's mouths. I don't care either way. I'm fine leaving whenever, like, there, who cares? It's Silver 1. Let's start over. And there are times I'll stay where I can grind it out. And one of my first Infinity Conquest wins, I was actually on vacation in Mexico. And it was the last day of the season, and I had an Infinity ticket, and I just wanted to get through it. And one of my opponents... we'll do this here. One of my opponents got me for 8 cubes, and I came back and I won. I did the the reverse sweep, and that felt really good. So we're doing Vulture, not just to hopefully win this lane, but also Heimdall Vulture is a funny thing to just have that is hard to play around. I could do Mordo here to disrupt a little bit more, but I kind of like getting this down. Alright, so we win the lane, get our discounted Heimdall, that's cool. Oh, and we got Doom? Yeah, hell yeah. Certainly playing Doom. Thing is, I don't mind filling up on the right, because then I'll get my very surprise Heimdall at the end. I think I kind of like that. Here's their own Iron Patriot. And now, notably, the location that they need to win is Starlight Citadel. You see the stars there? So, like, we're okay. I think we just do this. I think the likely play for them to do is a Devil Dinosaur in the right lane. And I'm going to win that lane right now. That said, my most likely play is a Heimdall at the end of the game. So we'll see. Is that your Devil Dinosaur? Nice Devil Dinosaur. I should have been snapping. What am I doing? This might even be Proving Grounds. Yeah, I'm talking Chew Gum at the same time. I should have snapped much earlier. Now, Heimdall, actually, the value goes way down because, yeah, I just completely empty out the lane that I have dominated. Anyway, I should have snapped earlier. Now we're just playing it out. This is Proving Grounds? There needs to be some visual indicator in the game. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Snap turn one like we should have. What? I don't want to end turn just yet. I'll do this. Perfect. This is why I didn't play the Deadpool. Maximum Deadpool value. Can you even believe it?
Taking aim. I definitely need to change my.
Now, going back to the etiquette of it all, excuse me, I mentioned this implicitly, but here's the perfect example. If I'm remembering right, this is Proving Grounds, and assuming I got that right, this is Proving Grounds. My opponent is not playing by the rules. He's not just snap, and that's it. I was not doing that the first game. But this, I believe, is perfectly ethical. I think it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Inefficient, and you shouldn't do it. But, like, I have no problem with not leaving when you lose, as if you didn't snap in the first place, indicating that you were playing for just one. Beesworth, how you doing? How's your day going? What's new and exciting? We're just doing a little conquest. I hit Infinite in Marvel Snap here. You probably don't have context, but I'm currently in the top 100 in the world. Not for nothing. Just got back from lunch. Couple lunch beers. Where did you have these lunch beers? Do I want to play for Hala? Kinda do. Actually, I can kill it with Death Strike. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to play for Hala. Well, first, I'm going to snap because it's Proving Grounds. I'm going to maybe play for Hala. And if I don't, that's fine, because I could just come back with the Death Strike later. Or just win and call it good. Pacific and Pup. Did I hear that place might have been closing? Am I imagining that? I might be imagining that. That truly might be some not happening stuff. So this is a bit of a conundrum. I would love Galacta to survive. I just have this sneaking suspicion that I play her in Danger Room and she dies. I like this. I'm going to be in a pretty bad position if she dies, but I like this line the most. Did you get the fish and chips? I actually don't know what food people get at Pacific Inn Pub other than the fish and chips. Please live. Thanks, Danger Room. What kind of sandwich? Talk to me about the sandwich landscape there. So we tie. Notably, Wiccan is triggered, but they do not have a Quinjet right now. Are they all cold? I mean, you don't have to... Don't worry too much about answering all my questions. Is it like a cold sandwich situation, or is it like they have an Italian something? I imagine that's the side of place. It seems like they probably have a meatball sub. Cold, okay. I'm in a pretty not great spot here because my Galacta died, and they have a decent hand size and 2 extra mana, whereas I just have the 1. But if he doesn't want to snap back, we're going to see what the last turn brings. Another Penny Parker? Where did that come from? And Maria Hill Penny Parker, why not? Alright, this one gonna die? We're out of this game. There's no... I don't think Coulson can do anything that causes me to stay in this game. Alright. Thanks, Danger Room.
Escape.
The only way that would be funnier is if their... I forget what card they played. Did not die, and every single one of my card dies. There's a little equal opportunity in Danger Room, but not quite. How have I been? The answer is... Where's the snap? The answer is pretty decent. Not a ton of new stuff going on. Probably the highlight of my life right now is I am putting together the X-Mansion Lego set. It's a big old fancy $300, very sizable, very detailed, very fun Lego set, and I'm having a blast. Highly recommend that set. That and also X-related, the Daily Bugle building, which was even more money, are... 2 of my favorite Lego sets that I've ever touched. Check their tuna melts and turkey melts for hot sandwiches. Good to know. Good to know. So we get down Doom now. Now with Doom and having not played anything previously and Castle Zemo on the board, it's a very high likelihood we just never play into that location. It might happen, but it also might not happen. We like that going right, so I don't have to contest too much. And coolly enough, interestingly enough, my Lady Deathstrike is going to turn off the Collector here. That's cool. By turn off, I mean murder. There's an argument to Red Guardian here and saving the Deathstrike, but we're going to Deathstrike because we don't have a lot of turns left. That said, I have not... madly in love with the rest of my hand and my ability to develop power, and they now have 16 power on a location I can't really play cards onto. We'll see how it goes. Killmonger? Yeah, that's something. Wave might help them more than me. I can't think about... I think the right play is just Corvus here. An argument to Wave, but since I'm only playing 1 card next turn, I think that helps them more than it helps me. Is that my Maria Hill? Do they have... Yeah, that's fine. I'll take something. Although now Killmonger value goes down because that's removing 2 power from that location. Alright, well, Mockingbird is the play. Almost certainly. I think we just do the quote-unquote try and win all 3 lanes profit. I think it's just this. I lose lots of different ways here. Damn it, Nate, now looking up LEGO sets. I'm also interested in the Avengers Tower. This is a set that does not look that interesting, but it costs a ton, which means it has a ton of pieces and is probably amazing. But it just doesn't seem like it has that much going on for it that I'm tremendously interested in it. Now, there's also, if you're into Lord of the Rings, there's some really cool... I needed that. I needed that bot to go either left or right. It did not go left or right. Oh, wait. I did win. Yay. I actually won in every situation. That's cool. Yeah, if you like Lord of the Rings, they've got... I don't know the name of it. Like Baldur Tower with the eyeball on the top. That's like the size of a building and looks really, really slick. There's I think the Titanic has a... Like, there's a new, like, ship. It actually might not be the Titanic. We're snapping again. There's a lot of cool sets for various people of various tastes. I guess I'm more Marvel-pilled than most. I'm fucking streaming Marvel Snap, but some of the Marvel sets are among the best in my opinion. Now, actually, that said, I don't know if you were there for this discussion. Coincidentally enough, yeah, I completely understand and agree. There is a set. I don't have it down here. I used to have it down here. My opponent snaps. Is 3 the same as 2? It is not. I'm going to retreat here, I think, because they were happy to snap, and my hand is not great. There's a set that is, I would say, not necessarily the single greatest set I've ever done, but by far the greatest, I'd say it's the most interesting set I ever did, and it's the greatest value of a set I ever did. It's a new one-ish, and it's a model of the solar system. It's, well, not the immediate solar system. It's got the sun in the middle, and it's got the Earth orbiting the sun and the moon orbiting the Earth. And there's gears in it and different gear ratios that has a crank that it's interactive. And the way that it is engineered is absolutely incredible. It is really, really, really spectacular. And I had an absolute blast putting it together. And dueling Iron Patriots. And I can't recommend it enough. It was super duper duper cool. And it was only like $60, which I mean, it's not the cheapest thing that you've ever heard of, but for what it is absolutely incredible. I think we're gonna snap here. Probably should have snapped earlier. This is, well, probably not should have snapped earlier, but like I'm feeling good about this. Death Strike is a wonderful card to get that really puts them in the dumpster in a lot of ways. Having Galactodon's never a bad thing. My hand is not perfect in every way, but you know.
I still believe in heroes.
Oh, and that's their Iron Patriot card, so like the discount doesn't even do anything for them. That's cool. Couple of lines here. I don't want a Hobgoblin. I need a Hobgoblin on a turn that I'm playing another card because I don't want it to have the Galacta buff. The question is, do I want to instead do kind of Death Strike? I think this is the play. I think this is the play. I actually don't think... maybe I'm going to ultimately win with Heimdall here. I'm not going to Doom, I don't think, because playing multiple cards the other turns is probably superior. Question is, how do I want to... If I'm him, I'm playing Devil Dinosaur or Sarah this turn, and where is that going to come down? Maybe here? It's going to be... This is going to be the most surprise power with the moving of it all, so I think I'm going to do this. There's a very high likelihood that they play Devil Dinosaur mid, and this looks stupid, but we're going to do this. Oh, I didn't even have a priority. Whoops. The planet Earth and Moon in orbit. Yes, that is it. So they have a free Hulk. So the play is likely this. If they have Shang-Chi, I'm in a bad way. But this is going to be the winningest play other than everything else. And Beesworth, I will answer your question at the conclusion of this game. It's actually, you know what, probably it's this card. It's right here. It's Iron Patriot. Iron Patriot came out about 24 hours ago. See, am I think we win here.
I see the way.
You know, I wasn't thinking about order. I actually played that wrong. I intended to have Lady Deathstrike end up middle, and I played her first to get a little bit bigger. What I should have done was, I guess, Deathstrike middle, then Heimdall middle, because I wanted 22 power over here. Why work? Can you watch it? Exactly, Gripsmoke, you're absolutely right. So, Beesworth, I'm going to explain to you why this is. The context, I maybe will hopefully impart on you. In Marvel Snap, you have 6 turns, and each turn you have 1 additional energy to spend. So on turn 1, you have 1 energy to spend. Turn 2, 2, 3, 3, all the way up through 6, and so on. And all of the cards in the game cost, generally, somewhere between 1 and 6. The 1 cost cards are generally weaker, and the 6 cost cards are generally enormously powerful for obvious reasons. Now, most 6 cost cards are, I would say, fairly... I'm actually all going to start the sentence over. A completely different way in which cards are different from one another, not their costs, but also their utility, is how broad certain cards are. There are cards that really only exist as part of combos with other cards. You would only see, for example, Quicksilver. You don't need to know why. But Quicksilver only works whenever you've got Wiccan. And most Wiccan decks have Quicksilver in it. That's an oversimplification. So the value of Quicksilver is really tied to how much you play Wiccan. And if there's not a ton of Wiccan running around, or you don't want to play Wiccan, Quicksilver might as well not even exist. Whereas there are other cards that are just good on their own 2 feet. You can put them in any deck, and they're going to make that deck better. Whether it's a combo deck, or a mid-range deck, or a weenie deck, or anything in between. There are cards that are just comfortably juicy and universal. And 24 hours ago, Iron Patriot came out, and it is a very good example of a very broad card. It costs 2, and many decks need 2 drops, and they need more 2 cost cards than they need 6 drops, 6 cost cards. And the mechanics of this are, again, kind of, you don't need to know if you don't play the game that heavily. But this is a good card at the stat line. 2-3 is decent enough. But the fact that it's adding a card to your hand, the fact that it's an unknown card, and the fact that it forces your opponent to play in different places, and the fact that you get a 4-cost discount on it, Iron Patriot, while having only come out 24 hours ago, is certainly going to be, unless it's... I mean, I think it'll be nerfed. I think that people are beginning to figure out how powerful it is. I had not really considered it until I strapped in and played against it and played with it. But this is the answer to your question. Thank you for asking. You play Quicksilver as a Thanos bodyguard against Spider-Ham. I don't actually know if it works. That is a nonsense. That is absolutely nonsense. Nobody plays Spider-Ham, and if they do, you shouldn't be overly afraid of your Thanos turning into a ham. Separately, and here's a little inside tech that I think is a better counterplay. I don't think you should play Quicksilver, if that's your concern. You play Mobius M. Mobius. Do you know why that is? I'll tell you why that is. Whenever you're... yeah, free pigs. Yeah, you got it. And it has all the added benefits of all the other crap, too. So that's what I would recommend doing. And that was just Proving Grounds, right? Yeah, that was a real sweaty Proving Grounds. We're going to change my avatar. Someone Spider-Ham your Agatha. That's, yeah. Whenever Spider-Ham comes down, and I know that Mobius is going to make me take advantage of that, it's awesome. What was it? I was going to check. Oh, yeah. While we're here, It's because it's fun for me to do this. Let us take a moment to admire my collection of wait, that's wrong. My collection of Infinity avatars. Prior to 2 days ago, I had 20, and I was super happy with having 20, and then, like, on the last day, I just kind of, without even really paying attention, did some Infinity Conquest and won 3 times, and I'm very happy about it. The most recent ones that I won was this Pixel Shadow King. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. As seen in the TV show Legion. I've talked about the TV show Legion more than once. If you have not heard me talk about the TV show Legion and you'd like to hear more about the TV show Legion, do let me know in the chat. I will happily talk more about it. Anyway, Pixel Shadow King. And then, secondly, I got this Pixel Infinite, and I think that this is modeled after Juicy. Actually, I don't know if you guys know this. Not many people know this. Like, while we're here, I don't have the ability to show web browser on my stream. I don't know how to do that with my OBS thing without accidentally doxing myself. But the character of Shadow King in the Marvel universe is actually modeled after a real person. Which is a very offensive thing, but he was not a very nice guy. It was Farouk of Egypt. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Farouk I of Egypt. He was, I guess, a bit of a despot in the early to mid-1900s. And he came to power and just got fatter and fatter as time went on. And, like, this is kind of what he ended up looking like. And they modeled the character after him. I think, actually, maybe in the Marvel lore, he was, like, Shadow King was Farouk I of Egypt. I don't know. But anyway, I encourage you to Google Farouk I of Egypt and look at the images of him, and you'll see the Shadow King. Same hat and everything. Anyway, Shadow King. We've got Infinite, and this Infinite, I think, I actually didn't verify this. I know I can't. Thank you, Griff Smoke. The thing is, I'm not comfortable, like, doing that on the fly. Like, I need to kind of get comfortable with that not streaming before I just show all of the pornography I have all open at all times. This Infinite avatar was from the Silver Surfer season. I think that's why I got it Infinite from, like, 18 months ago, and so not many people have it. You had to have bought the season pass however many months ago, and it's just a cool piece of art. And then last but not least is this Deadpool, and there's a lot of Deadpool avatars out there. Kind of uninteresting. Deadpool would not normally be my first choice of avatar to get, but this one specifically is from one of the very earliest bundles that I bought. I forget why. It might have been a good value or something. I don't know. But I don't normally buy bundles. I bought this one, and so this is a particularly rare thing. And so I have been running the Infinite one. I think maybe we just go to the Shadow King. I think we're going to run Pixel Shadow King for a little bit. And I have much more to say about all my avatars, but I'll spare you guys, and we'll just get right back into the games. That's why you're here. We're here for the Marvel Snap, I assume. I aspire to the day. It's almost certainly never going to happen, but let the record reflect that if this opportunity presents itself, I would love to become a streamer that just talks. That's what we're doing. Maybe it's Marvel. Here's Brandon again. Brandon's the guy that I just did the Sweaty Proving Grounds with. I just want to hold court and talk about things that I'm interested in, talk about things you guys are interested in, and that's my favorite thing to do here. I don't have the Brandon playing discard. I'm not going to snap here. But yeah, it's my favorite thing, and so maybe I'll get there someday. Notably, discard I don't think generally runs... I want to get Jeff down, but I also want to get Valentine down. I don't think they run any kind of Shang-Chi. So normally when you got Shuri's Lab, you want to hedge your bets about getting too terribly big there for fear of Shang-Chi just owning you, but I don't think that's a concern here. I like that. That's a very good idea for a layout. Just to have... Maybe even smaller. Snap is a smaller thing. I'm not gonna... Oh, I also hope the copycat doesn't come down. Do I... I guess actually probably this is the smarter. This is the smarter. Then I can just get extra bigger things than Shuri's Lab. A very formidable Jeff. Oh no! Please don't hit my Galactus. That's probably... Oh, good. Very good. Now I'm guessing we're going to see a Grandmaster here, which is a bummer. Thankfully, I have priority. And the reason that that's thankful is because I don't want them to immediately kill my Galacta. Yeah, I think we'll do this. And maybe Legion next turn to turn off Grand Central. I don't know. This is probably Dracula coming down for them. Malekith. Okay, never mind. You know, other than Copycat, I don't have a ton of bad hits for Grand Central. What I'm kind of thinking about now is if I want to go nuts with Shuri's Lab or turn off Shuri's Lab. There's an argument to both of these lines. I think I like this more. We turn on Black Swan in case we draw a 1-drop. Do I snap here? I'm not going to snap here. There's an argument to me snapping here, but I have no way to deal with a couple of things that he might have. I guess I know that he doesn't have Copycat. Or, sorry, he doesn't have Modok because I copycatted his Modok. Well, that Malekith might shuffle the deck. I don't know how that works. I don't think it shuffles the deck. But if it does, they might have Modok, and if it doesn't, then they definitely do not have Modok, which reduces the value of Dracula. And I don't want to... I mean, I want to snap, of course, but I don't want to snap because then he leaves. I think that this is the play. Win all 3 lanes, profit, as Binks likes to say. I'm expecting maybe a Grandmaster Gambit, which I didn't say this out loud, but that's why I played exactly like around as I did. If I'm seeing a Grandmaster, oh, maybe not. I was a little worried about getting sniped out of the game. Oh, that actually might cook me. If Apocalypse is the only card in his hand, yeah, I think I lose here. I should have gone taller, middle, or left for that matter. He needed to dump his entire hand. I almost considered snapping there. I'm really glad I didn't. And if he had snapped, I would have probably made the same line and lost for whatever. Wear a green screen skin tight mask and project snap on that. No, I was thinking about standing up, and there's not even a camera on my face. It's just on my torso and like down to my knees. And I'm wearing like a Speedo, a green Speedo. And I am projecting snap onto the Speedo. That's what I was leaning in towards. I don't know how you like if you think that's going to work. It might. Normally I like Valentina, but let's get I'm going to play this on Mirror Dimension. Normally you like to do Patriot like where you think they're not going to play, but if Mirror Dimension turns into Spider Island, I want to have power there. Does one Gwenpool or does one Galacta? I think Galacta into Gwenpool is the better play, given what my hand is. There's an argument here to Gwenpooling and just forgetting that Galacta exists, but because it's turn 3, I probably should maybe even snap here. Oh, no. Mobius actually prevents... Mobius is an interesting tech. You don't normally see... Oh, wasn't even thinking about turning into Savage Land. That's a bit of a sticky wicket. I can do stuff with getting big on Savage Land and then Professor Xing Spider Island. Is that too cute, perhaps? No, because, yeah. And so, by the way, what my opponent is telling me is that they can get bigger than... they can discard more than 3 cards there. So if they get Dracula down right, do I just lose? I think I might. For 1 cube, I'm just out of here. I should have been thinking about whether I should have played Galacta there after I saw that become Savage Land. I was distracted. probably suboptimal. But then again, I don't know if I would have actually done anything different. I think I just had to hope for the best. I don't know. With, excuse me, this is relevant. When you're playing against discard in Conquest, and you're with a list that is mine or like mine, the way that you win is getting all your cubes into the middle when you have Lady Deathstrike or Red Guardian to turn off their Dracula, surprisingly, or maybe their Mobius. And so, do I actually think about, like, do I want to hold the Valentina because I'm probably not gonna, like, I want to maybe get Namora value. It doesn't matter. So in cases like I was just experiencing, where maybe I could win, like, why bother? Let's just wait until I can get the Hammerlock on him and then win that way. Yeah, that's a snap. Yeah, we'll do. I'm playing Doom not in the Onslaught Citadel because I want the most Doom bots over there. Now, do I want to... there's a real argument to me Red Guardian middle right now, but I like holding it for Dracula. I am less scared of Morbius than I am of Dracula, and I will look very foolish if I Red Guardian now. If I had Lady Deathstrike in hand, I would Red Guardian now, but I have no other way of turning off. So I'm guessing that this is going to be Dracula, in which case... Oh, damn. I don't know what's... Where's your Dracula, buddy? Also, where are the Doombots? Get to the Citadel, please! Get your shit together. Now, the scenario that is going to happen right now. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to play this Gore right here. He's going to play his Dracula on the left, and I'm not going to be able to turn it off because my Doombot is going to go to the left. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Yes, Gripsmoke, you're absolutely right. But it's more specific than that. He's going to play Dracula to the left, and I'm going to get blocked in the left. Oh my god, it almost happened. Now, still no Doombots on the left. Sorry, on the right, where they need to be. I've had 1, 2, 3. So we're probably good here. The thing is, what I don't want is like the way that I lose here is if they completely abandon left because they want Dracula to win. They play MODOK and then What's-Her-Face comes down and I just lose the other 2 lanes. But I'm probably big enough, right?
You won't need this anymore.
Gore, an extra big, juicy Gore is probably going to be big enough to solo that lane. We'll see. 4 Doombots filling up the not Onslaught Citadel lane. Thank you, Gore, for saving the day there. Jesus Christ. I needed my 25 power Gore just to carry over the RNG of it all. Anyway, let the record reflect that Brandon, I think he's probably the same Brandon. He might have just changed his avatar, which is consistent with his deck change since I played him in Proving Grounds. He did a funny emote at his own expense. That is a great indicator of a polite person. There's a big difference between, I would say, offensive emoting and not. And I don't know who he is. I've played against him before. I have nothing to go on other than just my own predisposition of people named Brandon. But it's whenever something bad happens to you and you throw yourself like a bad emote, like that's a cool move. I like that. Yeah, emoting at locations that screw you is just, I don't know, polite. I like it. I have respect for people that do it. I don't always do it. So my line here is probably Namora. Single card into Namora. Could try and get cute with some Galactus stuff, but absent my normal things, I think this is how I win. Maybe this, actually. If I have, well, actually, because I can turn off Dracula. I think if he's gonna play Dracula in the right lane. I'll have priority this way, and I'll be able to turn it off with Red Guardian. Or maybe he's playing it in the left lane. Maybe it's Malekith again. No, okay, Dracula. So we're still good. I lose some Namora value. The trick here is, like, it's hard to snap. If I snap here, he knows what's going on. And actually, you know what? I probably almost certainly do not need to...
Opponent snapped.
Okay, what does that mean? What I'm a little afraid of here is, even though I'm turning off his Dracula, his MODOK and Proxima Midnight in hand is big enough to, like, get over the top of the other things I'm trying to do. That said, I think this is the only line. I think I'm going to snap back for all the marbles here. I would be much more comfortable if I had Lady Deathstrike here, but we're just going to do this. And then if I lose to the line that I explained earlier, like, it is what it is. We're just in silver. Also, that's really funny about the $100 Nico reaction. It's a shame. I guess it's probably for the best that it's not more attractive, you know. But, like, it's... Oh, please don't hit Cassandra. Okay, that's actually decent, because then I get extra... Oh, I understand now why they snapped. My whole tiny board is getting killed. Now if it kills Cassandra, I am in a pretty bad spot. Okay. So again, MODOK cooks me, but, like, this is a fair amount of power. I'm fine playing... I mean, we're playing... If this was the grand finals of the World Championship, I would maybe think about leaving or doing something like, you know, a sneaky Galactus in the left lane. But I think we're just going to do this. And if they've got a MODOK into... okay, great.
Victory.
I thought if they had MODOK, they may play it last turn. But that's a real tempting combo. When you don't have a lot of cards on the board, your opponent doesn't have a lot of cards on the board, and you've got Gambit Grandmaster to really cook them, that's tempting. Yeah, it's the quality of certain variants as compared to their price is kind of all over the place as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to play Etri here just to kind of... Like, I don't mind if Etri dies, and then maybe even we do something like Etri into Patriot and a Beta Ray build on the left to basically guarantee a win and maybe quote-unquote trick him into coming to the left lane. This is my line here, and then make him beat me. Ah, Mr. Negative, perfect! Welcome to the party, Mr. Negative. Ah, Blob! A discounted Blob! That's pretty okay. So I don't think that there's, I guess notably this is only turn 3. Oh, shoot, I actually don't know how this Hala... I think that Hala triggers before Starlight Citadel moves stuff around. I don't know that for certain. What I'm going to do is Galacta here. I guess Hedgeway, but it's Galacta here to make a... he can't get anything bigger than 7 right now. He could play... what he could do is play Gambit on the left. It would kill Iron Patriot, but I just lose in that case anyway. No, not getting the cost discount, so that part sucks, but... let's see. I do not want to Lady Deathstrike. That's the most mana-efficient play. What does Copy get? Malekith. That is good to know. Maybe do this. No, I want to be a little bit more mana-efficient than that. We're going to do this. Or, you know what? Maybe we do this. Maybe we do this. And then, I don't remember how Hala works, but if Hala switches to the mid, then triggers... my Beta Ray Bill's in a good spot. I hit the one of the ones on the left, please. Probably not, but that would be cool. Damn it. Yeah, okay, so Hala triggers first. It is normally left to right. You could guess that, but Hala, I think, used to be weird. I'm not sure how that all works. So we're going to do this. Why are... Oh, because of the Wakandan embassy. So what we would like to see is them to play a Dracula right now. Maybe this is Dracula Blade. That'd be cool. This Grandmaster Gambit's really messing me up, man. Okay, that's a good hit. Now, that said, I can't actually add a ton of power here. And if he's discarding a ton of cards, his Mobius is going to get a little unwieldy. So is the most power Mr. Fantastic, Copycat, Human Torch? Probably. Oh, yeah. Definitely playing Malekith here. Or, Malekith is definitely getting played, excuse me. Mr. Fantastic might be bait because it doesn't actually... I mean, we can talk about the value of bundle. It depends on your collection level, that is. Shoot. Yeah, there is no... I think I just have to, quote-unquote, abandon one of these lanes. I can only tie... I'm just not in a good spot with my my actual hand configuration here. This loses to so many things, but it just is what it is. This is, I think, the best play.
You won't need this anymore.
Now, depending on... I'm going to, I think, tie middle. So depending on... I need to get bigger than 5. Yeah, okay, good. That's good. We did it. We did it, fam. Oh, you know what? That's it. I heard... I don't know if that's polite or not. I heard Binks say, and I have not analyzed it because I already have Nico. I don't love that border, and I don't like spending more... the only money that I spend in this game now are the $1 monthly passes. Luxy, please talk to me about it before you drop 100 of your hard-earned dollars on it. But I think it actually might be a good value if you are going to spend $100 on the game. If you don't have Nico, you were going to spend $100 on other stuff, that very well might be an amazing purchase, but only in a certain set of circumstances. So consult with me before you bankrupt yourself, and we'll figure it out for you. Well, if you have her, that does reduce the value a little bit, but it really comes down to if you would spend the money elsewhere. Those things can be put to good use. Well, I do like... This is tough. If there was more discard at least 5 cards in a match, I would grab all of them and then get a quick many points for the Alliance, but these are all bad. I don't grab any of these. Like food, nah. Who needs that? What was there's something I was going to consult. Oh, I'm upgrading Iron Patriot. That's what I'm doing. I have enough for 2? I don't.
Animated.
I am at the point, this is, perhaps I'm telling myself a little bit, but I'm at the point in the game where I have enough boosters to upgrade literally every card in the game, except for the one that I'm working on. And so every 8 hours, I'm able to booster-free upgrade my my Iron Patriot, and that's just because I have played so much Conquest that I have spread out all my boosters everywhere, and it's a cool place to be. Oh, I don't know if I showed you. While we're here. Collection. You've seen my God Split Arisham. Let's just focus on it. Take a look. But I have a God Split on... do I have a God Split on Rogue? I do. It's funny. I actually have this exact God Split on a few different cards. The gold with the black crackle. Took me a bunch of splits to get it, too. Like, I got lucky with Arisham. Rogue, I had to split 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Actually, it's decent enough. Decent enough. Keeping it going. I've had a lot of success on this stream. Like, we Binks and I went 5-0, and that was great. I was worried about falling on my face in front of people right after we did that. But yeah, I've won virtually all of these. Convincingly so. This is not related to anything, it just popped into my head. So the two annoying things in my life recently is, one is that car wash story that I told on Binks' stream is hanging over me, even though it's not that much money. And two, I bought a tablet, a nice Samsung tablet, 8 months ago, and it doesn't work today. Like, I just went to plug it in, no charge, no turning on, hard reset does nothing. All of the tricks that you're supposed to do did nothing. It's like something broke on the inside of it, and it's only 8 months old, and there's no damage to it. And I'm furious. I don't use the tablet that much, but I use it when I travel. I got some trips coming up. And I went online to try and get a repair going, and like they didn't recognize the warranty. They want to charge me $100 to fix a $200 tablet, and it's just so aggravating for something so inexpensive. 33 is a lot of splits. 33 might be more splits than I have in any card. You know what? While we're here, let's make sure I did not accidentally get into a game. The worst thing that can happen is you quit a queue and then you actually got in the game and you just lost because you left. Okay, so that did not happen. I think Loki is the card that I've split the most. It's Loki or Daredevil. Daredevil was my most played card in the pre-Loki days. So I've got on Loki splits 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 16, 22, 25. So you have me beat there. I only have quote-unquote 25 Loki splits. And then Daredevil, I have fewer. I do not have Havoc. I mean, I'll search for Nico anyway, but I do not have Havoc. I have a hole in my collection. I got a gold Nico. We can look at her. This is my goth mommy Nico. Ruin my life, please. Well, you know what? I can probably... I mean, probably just because those words together. Let's look up... let's look it up. Havoc, Marvel Snap. After each turn, you lose 1 max energy, and this gains 4 power. So is the word Nico in there? And I don't see it, actually. Because, like, whenever you have, like, just when you search for a string, you know, you've got, like, those letters are contained in. So if there was, you know, a word that ended with NI and a word that started with CO. But I don't see it. At least at my first glance here. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe, is there an artist? Maybe that's it. Do you have a, you might have a variant of Havoc that is done by an artist that has Nico in it? Yep, there you go. We figured it out. Because you could... that actually did not used to be in the game, I don't think. I think that, they added that later, where you could, like, the artist name was included in the search. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, the artist name might not have ever, like, it might have been not in the game at all until a certain point, and then people were like, these are cool, we should have artist names. One of the best streamers in the world, he's actually one of the best in the world in a lot of stuff that he does, is Day9. I am a huge Day9 fan. I don't know what he's up to these days, but historically I'm a huge Day9 fan. I'd watch him hang out and hold court, as well as play games that I know. And I've heard him talk about streaming a couple of times. He probably has a huge catalog of things where he's talked about streaming. And one of the things that he cautions against or notifies a potential streamer, similar, people ask me about starting businesses, and we actually talked about it on a big stream. People ask me about starting business. People ask Binks about starting streaming. The thing that he says is you have to say something interesting every 10 seconds. You have to say something interesting every 10 seconds. You have to say something interesting every 10 seconds. And for the most part, whenever I am streaming, I'm either directly engaging with the chat or talking through every single one of my plays. I don't struggle with that at all. I say something interesting every 2 seconds. That's not a hard thing. But as I'm queuing here and the caffeine is fading in my system a little bit, I find myself at, oh yeah, like this is 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi. What should I talk about? Like the weather? What am I watching right now? Yeah, it's hard. Well, with Tecmo, there's a lot of stuff going on too. Like you can, I think there's certain games that have lulls that it's hard to engage every 10 seconds. Or things like Marvel Rivals, when you're in the middle of shooting people and trying to survive, it's hard to talk and engage interestingly with the chat at the same time. Anyway, the point is, I am sorry I let 10 seconds of silence pass, and that's not good content, and I apologize to everybody. And as per usual, I try and say this as often as I can remember. So sometimes I forget, but I've remembered today. I'll say it again. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is so much fun. This is not fun at all with no viewers. With no viewers, I hate this. Like, it's the worst. But with a couple viewers, and we're talking, those of you guys that know me, and those that don't, you're all appreciated here. Do you have an office, or are you 100% work from home? I actually don't have a sense of your landscape. Opponent auto snaps. I am not. If this was Silver 1, I might auto snap back with my Doom 2099 in hand, but we're not going to do that. Nice. Is there a head? I'm guessing every. Does your office? Excuse me. Does your work have a headquarters that you hypothetically could go and hang out? I guess my opponent running a Victoria hand thing. Like, you might go in for an all-hands meeting or something. Well, this benefits me. I'm already feeling pretty good. I like Doom into Galacta on Kiln is a good time. Maybe even a snap-backable time. The rest of my hand is not very good. Is this deck run Red Guardian? Because I'm afraid of, like, collector nonsense. I'm snapping back here, mostly because it's silver. I would not do this in Infinity Conquest, but, like, screw it. That's really cool. Did you know, I did not know this until a little bit later, that Myst, the very important game to the history of puzzles, don't be, what is it, Negasonic Teenage Warhead would have cooked me there. Myst is from Spokane. Like, the two creators, the Rands, I don't remember their names. They're Spokane people. Like, the game was made in Spokane and all that jazz. So I do not know enough about this deck to tell you what Red Guardian, or sorry, what Malekith can pull, if that's something I should be afraid of. I think I kind of like. I like Professor X this turn. I think I like it here. Like, a little bit so. I mean, I lock up a win if I put it on Vibranium Mines and he doesn't play there. But if he does play there, I'm not getting any more Doombots here. And here I'm getting a little bit stronger with future Doombots. So, and I can presumably have priority to make Alioth happen next turn. You were born in Spokane. I did not know that about you. Hometown girl. Now, the thing that we are most afraid of, oh, my own Ajax is funny, is this card be. I guess I'm fine. I'm fine if that's Luke Cage, probably, and I'm fine if that's Hazmat, because I'm turning the other one off here. I think that this is probably a win. It might not be, but likely I'm going to win 2 of the lanes on the back of what I'm about to turn off here, probably. What is under the Malekith is a real X factor here. And I guess where my Doombots go. But I would press the fart button here if I had Binks's Twitch set up. Hydra Bob's a lot of power. I don't like to see that. Goodbye, Hazmat. Goodbye, Luke Cage. I feel like I've won this game. Oh. Oh. Woo! I was not thinking about US Agent.
Victory.
as it regards to Ajax and how much that would cook me on the right. Well, that's really good. Okay. The reason that that's really good is there are certain decks that put mine in the dumpster. And this is not quite one of them, but it's close. Like, if I am playing against a deck that has Cassandra Nova and Darkhawk, I lose. If I am playing against Junk, I lose. Like, you have to get really lucky to win a full 10 cubes off of those decks. This one is not quite at this level, but I'm super happy to get it all in a favored situation. Now, separately, I'm wondering, had I played my own Ajax here, would I still have won? And the answer, I think, is no. And I would have gotten huge in the middle, but his Ajax would have gotten that much taller. Certainly beat me in the left. So yeah, Eliath was the winning play there. Cool beans. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. I think I went like 6-1 or something like that. I kind of lost track of how many I was playing there, but yeah, that went really well. And, you know, quote-unquote, it's only Silver Conquest, but that's the hardest conquest in terms of individual matches. It's harder to win an Infinity Conquest by far. You have to beat 5 opponents in a row, 1 in 32 chance or whatever. But each individual match in Silver, I'm playing against people who are at my collection level in MMR, and they are among the best in the world. So yeah, this was an awesome stream. I really appreciate you guys hanging out this afternoon. We're going to raid somebody. No, good job to us all. How do I... Okay, we're going to find the raid button. Done. It used to be under the stream manager. Where's the... God, I'm so bad at streaming, you guys. There was, I swear to you, in this field, like the raid button was at the bottom of this. Stream manager. Oh, okay, it went away, and now I've got it back. Raid channel... Same category. We're going to send you to a Marvel Snap streamer. I think I'll send you to Perry Manilow. I'm going to send you guys to Perry Manilow. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Talk to you soon. Luxie, we'll talk about your collection level and whether you should buy that bundle. You guys have a great rest of your day. Have fun with Perry Manilow, or don't. Whatever. It's up to you.
Distracting. Now, on that note, put 1 key into Victoria. No. Not happening. Next week. What are you? Nate the Great Martin with the raid. And that is a great value copycat as well. You'll love to see it.